Hey guys, it's Erin. Welcome to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be learning about Mandela effects. So I got interested in this when I was perusing through some other YouTubers' videos, and they had been mentioning Mandela effects, and I honestly had no idea what it was. So I looked it up, and I thought it was really interesting as to what a Mandela effect is. What a Mandela effect is it's a collective misremembering of a fact or an event. You may be wondering where it came from. So the term itself was actually coined by a self-described paranormal consultant, Fiona Broome. Why she called it the Mandela effect is because she realized that she had a collective misremembering that a lot of other people shared, that Nelson Mandela actually died in prison in the 1980s, which isn't true. He actually died in 2013 as a free man. So that's why she called it a Mandela effect. So when I was looking some of this stuff up, some of the examples that came through, they really were kind of mind-blowing to me. Things that you've thought were one way your whole entire life are actually wrong. So it gets a little crazy. So I'm just going to go over some examples of different Mandela effects that might have you just go. Alright, the first one I'm definitely guilty of. It's a hit HBO show. So a lot of people call it Sex in the City. It's not Sex in the City, it's Sex and the City. I know I personally have been calling the show the wrong thing for a very long time. Actually, I wasn't like a super fan of the show, and I actually haven't seen every episode or anything, so that may be why. Maybe super fans of Sex and the City knew it all along, but I've had it wrong since I can remember. So this next one I have also had wrong since my childhood, and that's the Berenstain Bears, which that's how it's pronounced. So you would assume that it is spelled S-T-E-I-N at the end. Wrong. The Berenstain Bears ends with S-T-A-I-N, which that kind of threw me for a loop too, because again, this is something that since my childhood I have thought of wrong the whole entire time, which is pretty crazy to me. Especially since when I was little, I used to read a lot of Berenstain Bear books. So another thing that can be a Mandela effect is how things are spelled. And one of the things that I used to spell wrong all the time was the restaurant Chick-fil-A. A lot of people have different variations of how it was spelled. So for my day job, I am a transcriptionist, and this is where I learned that I had been spelling this wrong for a long time. I knew that there had always been 3 separate words separated with hyphens, but I always thought it was CHIC-FIL-A. Wrong. It's CHICK-FIL-A. And I know that some other people have thought that it was originally spelled CHIK-FIL-A. So that's another thing that I had been spelling and remembering wrong for a very long time. Now the next one I had read originally, and I was like, no, this can't be true. There's been like Christmas ornaments that actually say this line. Everybody says it. It's on t-shirts. It's on everything else. Now these movies definitely have like a cult following and everybody loves them, and it just kind of amazed me that this is not actually part of the movies, and it has to do with the Star Wars franchise. So a lot of people think that Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father." Nope. Definitely does not say, "Luke, I am your father." What the actual line in the movie is, "No, I am your father." Now, James Earl Jones has said this wrong in interviews. He has said the line, "Luke, I am your father." This is the man who actually did the movie. So, you tell me, was it originally, "Luke, I am your father"? And then they changed it to, "No, I am your father"? Who knows? Anyway, if you go back and you watch the movie, it does say, "No, I am your father." So the next one that I have an example of is another one of my childhood favorites, and that's Mr. Rogers. So a lot of people think that the opening line of the song is "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood." Wrong again. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. So, been quoting that wrong my whole entire life too. So the next one I'm going to do for an example, it actually has to do with a color. And sometimes people remember names of colors wrong. So the color that I found that I've been wrong for a very long time is the color chartreuse. I always thought it was a red or a pink color. Many other people think that it's a red or a pink color. Nope. Definitely like a yellow-green color. Who knew? Now I know that chartreuse is not red or pink. It's green-yellow. Yellow-green. Whichever you prefer. So this next one, I thought that I should probably know because I kind of lived off of this when I was in college and I was too lazy to go to the dining hall or actually, you know, make a decent meal for myself. And that is ramen noodles. Now, you know the ones that come in the cup. What are they called? Everybody thinks they're cup-o noodles or cup of noodles. Wrong again, my friends. It's cup noodles. That's it. There's no of or o, just cup noodles. So this next one, I kind of think that I thought I remembered, but wrong again. A lot of people think that Sinbad had a genie movie back in the 90s. And I could have sworn up and down that this was true, that he was a genie in some kind of movie, but apparently not. And what I read is that a lot of people are confusing this with the movie Kazam that starred Shaq. But I knew that Shaq had his movie Kazam where he was a genie. But I was also pretty convinced that Sinbad also had a movie where he was a genie. Like, I remember him wearing a purple vest thing, like they have genies do, like it's an Arabic thing or something. But nope, apparently not. No Sinbad genie movies. So the next couple examples I have are also spelling things, which guilty as charged with 2 out of the 3. So the one that I've actually gotten right is Skechers. How would you think it was spelled? Well, it is spelled S-K-E-C-H-E-R-S. A lot of people think that it is sketch, like S-K-E-T-C-H-E-R-S. Nope, no T in there. And these are the 2 that I've gotten wrong. And I continuously spell this one wrong, and that's Febreze. I have always been convinced that it is F-R-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E. No, it is F-R-E-B-R-E-Z-E. And the final one, this was one that when I saw it, it kind of blew my mind a little bit, and that is how Fruit Loops is spelled. Common sense would make you think that it was spelled Fruit Loops with the normal spelling for fruit, which is F-R-U-I-T. It is not. It is F-R-O-O-T, Loops. And a lot of people have been like, no, originally it had to have been Fruit Loops. If you go back, and I'll show some pictures like I have been of the other stuff, it was never that. It's always been Fruit Loops with F-R-O-O-T. The next example that I have is also another one that I was like, how could I have had this wrong my whole entire life? Hell, the characters on the signs that are around where I live. And that would be, you know, only you can prevent forest fires. Who says that? Smokey the Bear? Right? Nope. Just Smokey Bear. There is no Smokey the Bear. It's just Smokey Bear. And I say that he's on signs around where I live because I actually live near a national forest. So forest fires could be an issue here. But yeah, had that wrong my whole entire life. So my final 4 examples are different lines from movies that have been said wrong by many people over the years. So the first one, will bounce back to my Disney obsession, is from Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. So what does the evil queen say to the mirror? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all, right? Nope. She says, magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And I even thought that that can't be true, because on the ride, I was pretty convinced that they say mirror, mirror on the wall. But I actually was watching another YouTuber's video the other night, Loey Lane, and she is videotaping while she's in the ride, and the evil queen actually says in that one as well, magic mirror on the wall. So, who knew? Mind blown. So the next one, I can sit down and watch this movie now, but it used to kind of creep me out when I was younger, and that's E.T. I don't know why. He's just a creepy little fella to me. I know a lot of people think that he's cute. He's not cute to me. His weird looking head and his funny speaking. He's just creepy. If he had showed up at my house, I would have run away. So the famous line that everybody says is, E.T., phone home. Just like E.T. would say it, right? E.T. never says this in the movie. Never. He says E.T. home phone. Now, the line E.T. phone home is in the movie, but it's not said by him. It is said by Gertie. So that could be why people get it confused, but it's not said by E.T. And the final two are from two of my favorite movies, which this really kind of threw me for a loop. So the first one is from Forrest Gump, and it's one of the most famous lines in the movie, which is, "Life is like a box of chocolates." That's not what he says. He says, "Life was like a box of chocolates." Another one. So the next one is from the movie Silence of the Lambs. We all know that I love creepy things, and this is one of my favorite horror movies, which I guess technically it's not really a horror movie because this could have really happened because the guy was pretty much a serial killer. Anyway, so a lot of people think the most famous line from this movie is when Hannibal Lecter says, "Hello, Clarice." Guess what? Not in the movie. Not ever said. The first line that he has said to her, or he ever said to her when she went down to him to go see him in the cell, was "good morning," and that was it. And I know there's memes and all this other stuff that's online that has him there with his scary Hannibal Lecter mask on, and it says "Hello, Clarice" on it. Nope. Alright, so that's it for today, guys, for Mandela effects. I'll definitely be making another video on this because there's just a ton out there, and every time I read or look them up, it just kind of blows my mind what I find. So there'll definitely be another one of these in the future. So if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like this, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you want to see more videos that are like this, go ahead and click subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!